Something about tapes.
Hello. Oh wait, am I too early? This has been a while.
What a peak. We are not starting a fresh one back like that.
Yeah.
No.
We've got a cold. No, well.
Collectively, we have cold.
What is it? Do you reckon it's Omicron, Delta,
It's that
COVID?
new one they're trying to roll out.
COVID 2. No.
We're getting cancelled.
I just... What?
Oh yeah, they don't care anymore.
No one cares about
We
COVID
can say
anymore.
that. Sweet.
It's made in a lab. Anyway, Labrador. I meant.
Agreed.
A dog.
That's what happens.
Someone ate a dog. And
Immediately start with a bit of
bit of business.
a little bit of biz at the top.
Yeah. No, do excuse the... actually, I think my voice sounds sexy in a moment. This is ill voice. This is...
We're both ill in.
I'm quite baritone as it is, and then when I get ill, it just goes like one octave lower. So I'm like, hey everybody,
Hey.
how we doing today? Podcast.
We shouldn't be. Shouldn't be on the air right now.
Yeah. No, I'm alright. My nose is cleared. I can breathe.
You had it for a week, and then I've had it for a week.
Yeah. Apologies to anyone who's ill, who's having like...
Yeah, good for you guys.
I'm glad you're better, you prick.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Something About Tapes. I can't remember what episode this is. 19?
18, I believe.
I think 18 was the...
17 was the lost app.
Anyway, Something About Tapes podcast, where we chat some shit and then we listen to some tapes that we don't know what's going to be on the tape. Mystery tapes.
They're also shit most of the time.
What a great sell. Please continue to listen. We listen to tapes, some of them a bit random, and then at the end we've got a tape that we think is going to be a laugh, a good long play tape. This week's tape, it's got 2 titles.
Is it?
Yeah.
It just looks funny, the whole tape.
This week's tape is The Sky's the Limit. KleeneZe, People in Business.
KleeneZe.
The secondary title is Reach for the Stars.
I thought it was Reach for the Sky.
No. See, Shane's just wrong overall this episode.
Fucking hell.
One of his symptoms was brain fog.
Being an absolute idiot.
Yeah, Reach for the Stars. The Sky's the Limit. KleeneZe, People in Business. Actually, there's actually a third title. Title 3 is The Opportunity. So it seems like
what it is.
There's actually a 4th title on the cassette. Like on the cassette inside of the case, there is a 4th title that's Business Opportunities. Seriously make serious money now.
It seems like the main focus is titles.
They got titles guy on this. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
The guy, the title guy's making a lot of money. I mean, he got 4 titles on one cassette there.
He's making bank off of that.
But yeah, that seems to be some sort of like tip. Well, you know, a scam. But it seems to be more like sold as tips on how to get fucking rich.
Yeah, it's be
by
like
doing nothing.
A pyramid scheme type.
Yeah. It's always by, we don't know what their...
what the product is.
Yeah,
it's probably that tape.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's all that. They just sell you the tape and then like, sick. This is how we get rich.
Yeah. All of the get rich quick stuff. If you ever see it on YouTube or anything like that, where it's like, earn $2,000 a week now with ChatGPT coding with the zero experience needed. It's needed. Experience is needed. But the thing that they're trying to sell you is the course that they sell.
Yeah.
And they make $2,000 a month on the course.
Selling you the course.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you teach people the course.
Yeah. And you make the money. So it's
amazing.
It's a cycle like that.
Yeah, but what's the really famous one? I forgot. It's a food. It's been going forever. There's documentaries about it being a pyramid scheme, and yet mums still invest.
What, in food?
Yeah, it's like a food supplement.
Oh,
people are screaming right
now. You've done. Why have you done that?
I'm so dumb. My brain isn't working.
You just keep lighting fires and then walking away.
Yeah, see you later, boy. Hold this one down.
Good luck with everyone.
Oh,
I was going to say this is the Shane episode anyway, because I've got like nothing has happened to me.
I ain't got nothing.
We both went on holiday to CentreParcs.
Oh shit, yeah, we could talk about CentreParcs.
I don't think we should talk about a holiday because no one wants to hear that.
We're not going to be like, we hit the water slide.
Well, first of all, I got on a water slide. And then we got on the water slide again.
And then I got norovirus and nearly died.
What a trip.
That's what I was going to focus on.
Yeah. No,
it's boring.
CentreParcs pretty good. It's fun, stay in a cabin, do that shit. But it is like an activities holiday. Like we were just doing... I came back so beaten up from just like
We
work.
both lost weight.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally the whole day was just like, okay, badminton now. Okay, 10 minutes later, tennis. Okay, now we're climbing a rock. Okay,
Now you're going to meet a hawk.
Yeah. It was just like events and events and events. So if you
We
do...
did zip line.
The zip line was funny, yeah.
That was good.
If you do go to CentreParcs, just be prepared for a fucking exercise.
Yeah, it's not a break.
And if you don't have children, then welcome to this new segment.
You're a winner.
Which is... yeah, you win. But no, also, here is the Waster's Guide to CentreParcs. Okay, tip number 1, don't bring children. Okay, you haven't got children, so if you brought children, you've already caused a serious drama somewhere. Police are after you. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Good places to walk your dog and stuff like that. CentreParcs, woo. Anyway.
We're doing a CentreParcs review.
That was a review then. It was bloody brilliant. 2 stars.
Lucky this is a free podcast.
I said we were going to keep it brief. But yeah, no, and then we left CentreParcs and it was just like returning to shitland.
Absolute carnage ensued when we got back.
Hell ensued. I got back and the person who was looking after our house was just like, hi, I hope you had a good holiday. By the way, your cat's been missing for 2 days.
No sign of it.
Great. Thanks for the tip. So he was gone. So there you go. Return home. Cat's gone.
That went
Fabulous.
on for another 5 days, didn't it?
Yeah. 5 days more from that. And then he fucking just hopped over the wall and was like, all right. We got dinner.
He must have been trapped somewhere, right? He was like clean as a swan.
Yeah. He must have been trapped in a shed just cleaning himself for days. Like no other activity.
He's looking for any little morsel of food on his paws. He's the sort of cat that you see him and he's got like an orange paw because he's been sticking it in the chili pot.
Yeah. The beans. You come downstairs, you've got a bean on his head. How'd you get in the bean can?
He loves beans.
But yeah, no, he returned, so all is good. But yeah, when they go, Jesus Christ.
That's a rough one, man.
Where's the cat? But yeah, coming back from the trip and then being like, oh, great, that's
That's happening.
that's missing. And then Shane got back and immediately started
Mate,
shitting and throwing up.
I've not done that bad since I was travelling.
Yeah.
In foreign lands. That was intense.
Yeah.
I thought I had food poisoning, but after a little bit of Googling, it turns out there's loads of kids dishing out norovirus.
I
was swimming with them.
Yeah, I thought CentreParcs had got you with that egg. Like you, I thought you had like
Well, I had eggs Benedict before I left.
Yeah, the very last meal.
Morning. We'd eaten all sorts.
It was literally like hours before we had to clock out, and Shane had an eggs Benedict, and then like 4 hours later was like shitting and vomiting.
That's
like,
the only meal I paid for off my own back as well.
they got you.
Fucking
They
got
got
me.
you in Nora with that.
I think it was that swimming pool, man.
Yeah, it's
we
probably
were
the
face
litres
sliding down these water slides.
It's probably the litres of kid piss that you drank.
Oh my god, don't. It's so bad.
I fucking hate swimming pools. We were in the public swimming pool and it's just filled with kids just pissing and
Poo nuggets.
God knows. They had to keep kicking everyone out of the of like different pools. They would like kick you out for
turd bobbing about.
Stop with the gross imagery. I'm trying to keep it light.
No.
And you're just like human shit.
Only reason they'll close a pool is for a chod
or
a puke.
Yeah, no. They dip the dipstick in and it's like 70% piss. And they're like, okay, we've got to get everyone
I'm not
out.
being funny, right? I'd rather there was an isolated poo than 3/4 of the pool being piss. Do you know what I mean? They're equally disgusting.
I think either one. Either way, they should just be like, kids, a band.
Get the fuck out.
Kids, a band.
Yeah, of CentreParcs. Get out. Yeah, that was fun though. But I will say, if you want to lose weight, get norovirus, man. That shit's fucking insane. I couldn't keep water down. I couldn't nothing. I'll drink like a litre of water out of pure necessity. Like I'm so dehydrated. And then 2 minutes later, I'll just be like, gone.
Yeah. No. Hardcore. I'm glad I didn't get that.
Oh, it's rough.
Do you spit or swallow in in the swimming pool?
I do my level best to not get it in my mouth, mate. You was going down that water slide, mouth open, face first.
Yeah, I didn't get it. No, I'm very like, I'm surprised I got in the pool, to be honest, because I'm really like germy like that. I hate that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but I just put up with it.
Surprised they let you in the pool.
Yeah, people seeing me. Yeah.
What have you been
I haven't got much to say because fucking Call of Duty's come out, and so I've just been
fucking hell. Yeah. Well, I ain't been doing much. I've been to a few raves. That's normal.
Yeah.
No, I had to rest up. One, because I've been ill for fucking 6 weeks. And two, I had to go to a 40th birthday party.
Yeah.
I weren't like involved in doing the music. My mate was. But have you ever had to...
There's just that for people. Like, what do you mean doing the music?
Oh, right. Like providing music at a party.
Yeah. Why are we providing music at a party at 40?
We're all DJs.
Yeah, that's the hook. Most people are like, a 40-year-old's birthday, you go to like Prezzo. Whereas at yours, you're like, yeah, and as usual, the 7 DJs. I'm like, what do you mean? The 7 DJs.
Oh, God. It's a 40th birthday. Come on, there's going to be DJs.
For people. It's a roadman's 40th birthday, essentially. A bunch of people used to do pirate radio back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Are meeting back up again, and they're like, oh, we've got to get on the deck.
So everyone's been dragged out of retirement. Okay? Yeah. None of us are DJs. None of us are sound engineers. But we're having to do it for a close friend.
Yeah.
The venue.
You're all putting on your Echo hoodies and just time traveling.
Oh, can't say names. Someone bought a mic, and I was like, hide that fucking mic right now.
You know that is Archie's 40th birthday bash.
No MCs. Strictly no MCs.
Yeah.
But yeah, this room that they booked, I don't know if you've ever come across this in a live music setting. There was a light bulb, a red light bulb, and if it comes on
yeah,
for too long, it switches everything off.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. That's because, where did you book?
The yacht.
Case closed.
I didn't book it.
That's been there for ages, that red light.
Yeah, but they have ska bands and that playing in there. Like, how the fuck do they play under those conditions? I was anxious the whole time.
Ska music is for over 50s, and they're
so
probably...
they play it unplugged.
Yeah, they're probably...
Dude, right, this
it's
shit
probably very level sound.
Every time they played a tune, I'd be looking over at the light bulb and it would just be on. I'd be counting. Apparently, if it stayed on for 20 seconds, it switched off for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The whole sound system. They had to go out the back of the club to a locked box and reset it.
What, did it go off?
It went off about 5 minutes after my mate going, it's a conspiracy, bruv. It don't switch it off. And then boom, down it goes. Yeah. I walked in the room. They all just stood on the stage like, it's not a conspiracy, bruv.
Turns out it's real.
Yeah, fuck playing in front of a light bulb. Yeah. That whole thing controlled the whole night.
Yeah.
One bulb.
One inanimate
just
object.
One light bulb. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I was speaking to a couple of the people that use that club, and they were like, we were in here last week doing bingo, and it was on the whole time. That's just people talking. We're in there trying to play jungle. Like, there's no way. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we used to do it with the band when we were on tour, but they didn't have the light. They would have like it. It was like later on in our career when we were touring that started to become a thing. Like decibels was suddenly like a thing that people were worrying about. And we went to this one venue and they had like a dB reader. And they were like, oh, if the decibels get too high, we're going to have to bring everything down. And we were like, cool, yeah. And then the gig starts and it's literally just... and there's someone just in the crowd with a dB meter going... just doing the neck cut, just like waving their hands and doing the neck cut. It was like... It was the guy who was like oh, we have to keep it at this dB rating.
Apparently, it used to be 120 decibels,
I don't know.
and now it's 95.
Yeah, which is like
Which
a busy
is
street.
a loud room talking
Yeah.
is about fucking 90.
Yeah,
Like, it was mental, mate.
No, that's crazy.
It was bizarre. There was
Did everyone get to do a set?
no. No. Basically, what happened was we ended up being sound engineers to make sure the sound system stayed on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guys that were booked by other people in the party played all night, but they didn't pay any attention to what they were doing. They were like mixing with headphones on, and they'd put a tune in it. It'd just be quiet, so quiet you could just hear people talking.
Yeah.
But the guy was just having the best time ever.
With headphones on.
Yeah.
Like, this is sick.
It was the dumbest thing ever, man. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
It's
This
like,
is why I just when they were saying, can we get you guys to do all the music, I was just like, I've not got time to do it.
Yeah.
I let the boys crack on.
Yeah.
It was chaos. It was absolute chaos. Don't get involved in weddings and birthdays.
It's the fact that everyone used to be a DJ or whatever. So they're like, I'll play some tunes or whatever. But they're like so out of practice. Like, and then they imagine they will just go how it's been going in their bedroom.
To be fair, right, it would have been fine without the stress of
The light bulb.
the bulb.
Yeah.
But also, it's a party. You only book one DJ, right?
Yeah, or zero. One or zero. What?
Look, every wedding or birthday has some form of a DJ.
Not birthday. Wedding. Yeah.
A 40th.
A wedding. Yeah.
Come on.
Just whack Alexa on.
No, fuck off.
Like that's
Your
the
parties suck.
This is how I imagine a 40-year-old's birthday would be. Is just
They're still wreckheads.
you have to remember.
They're still trying.
It was at the which is
a social club.
Yeah, for
and
people-
we're all banned now.
for people outside of the circle. The hydrant is not where you want to be.
We need to beep all of these names.
I think we can say that. Yeah.
They'll know. They'll
Who's
dox
they?
all 7 of our Patreons. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Every birthday party I've ever been to hasn't had a DJ. I don't think. I can't think of one.
I literally DJ'd at your party.
What one?
He was 18.
No one. That was fucking ages ago. Yeah. No, that was yeah. I suppose that was one at a club. That was a crazy night. That one.
Exactly. That's how we throw it down.
That's how we do it,
That's
boy.
a party. It's
No,
not
it was more
fucking hanging
crazy.
around an Alexa. Like, could you play my tune next, please, Alexa?
Alexa, play Michael Jackson's greatest hits. Okay, cool. That's the night done.
No swearing.
DJ booked. Yeah. No, my 18th was good. That was a good night.
That was good.
At the football
Didn't
club.
we blow a sound system up there as well? I feel like
one of the idiots who, like, we were renting their sound system and he insisted on controlling the mixer. And then something was going wrong and he hit the mixer with his beer and then his beer started overflowing onto the mixer. Yeah.
And then he threw it out into the car park.
Yeah, he threw it into the car park and we all got to watch him have a spaz.
fully trashed his mixer.
Yeah,
Like-
but luckily we had a second mixer, so that wasn't too bad. But yeah, that was
Yeah, I remember
funny.
that
And
being
then
quite chaotic that night.
as an apology, the guy whose mixer it was and who had smashed it up and stuff, he then let us back into the venue after the venue kicked us out. Like, he had the key to the venue.
Fire door.
So he let us back into the venue to do like a lock-in, essentially. And we were 18 and stuff. So
Illegal rave.
Yeah, we were just getting wrecked and listening to music and doing weed. Doing weed, mate.
I remember that place.
Inside.
That place had a security camera only in the bar, but it was so high up that if you crawled along the floor, you could get behind the bar without being on camera.
Who discovered that?
Might have been me.
Just army crawling.
Yeah. I just see a bum go by. A couple of cheeks.
No, I had never got any repercussions for that thing.
No, it's because nobody run the place.
Yeah. It's been too long now for them to... I think
the building might be knocked down.
Yeah, pretty sure.
The whole bit of land's been sold.
They let us back in and we went behind the bar and started pouring pints.
Yeah.
And taking beers from the fridge, and we all just left, and no one ever said anything.
No one said a word.
It's so weird.
I reckon it used to get broken into constantly.
I reckon the guy who opened the door for us probably ended up facing the repercussions
Do you
of
reckon?
all of that. Yeah, but just didn't say anything.
We've never seen him since. He
Yeah.
got done for burglary.
Yeah, he's been doing a stint. Yeah.
Got him sent down. Oh, God. Only nicked 3 bottles of Bud Light.
Yeah. So I think we absolutely ransacked that place. There definitely weren't any free bottles.
The
Like
football club, that was what it was called, wasn't it? It was the foot.
Yeah.
You go down the footy club.
Yeah.
It was absolute chaos. Even when I was just old enough to get into pubs,
Yeah.
there used to be a party down there, and we'd go down there, and it would be carnage, man.
Nah, the football club would serve you at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would serve you before.
Maybe I was in there too. Yeah, young then. But yeah, it used to be mental in
What's
there.
the one?
Guaranteed carnage.
What's the one? There's basically a little social club thing attached to the tennis court.
Ain't that the bowling club or something?
Yeah, the
like
bowling club or whatever.
Yeah.
We went for a birthday party in there. I'm not joking. It was probably a 15th birthday party.
that? Yeah.
You could just go to the bar and order.
That's
They were
hilarious.
just serving people. And I would literally be like, I was like, this is how young, this is crazy. I'm thinking about it now. This is fucking crazy. This is how young we were. I found out that you could order from the bar. And I went to the bar and was like, oh, can I have a double Jack and Coke? And then I was like, actually, can I have a double Jack and Coke? And they said, we can't put that much in one glass. And I said, can I order 2 and just put it in the same glass? And he was like, you can do what you want once it's in your hands.
Thanks, mister.
Cheers, mister. I'm going to go and make out with this girl now. I'm drunk. It's crazy. The guy behind the bar serving is so immoral.
How many people got fingered that night?
It's like fingering festival at the bowling alley. No way. Just thinking about that now, that's crazy. I can't believe that.
I can't.
What were
That's
the-
insane.
What were the circumstances? Were they like, hey, we're going to book a birthday party here? Oh, by the way, can you serve all the children? Like, I don't understand what the...
Was it just old people behind the bar?
The person who served me was like a balding man, yeah, like an older dude. But it just seemed like he worked there. It didn't seem like there was like a special...
I don't really get it, because most old people just treat you like a tiny person the whole time. But if you go to them in a bar or a shop, they'll literally give you anything you ask for.
Yeah.
I go around my nan's as a near 40-year-old man. She still tries to give me trifle and lollipops. And shit.
Yeah.
If I approached her in an off license, she'd be like, "Take your pick,
What
mate.
you want, mate? What you want?
Have whatever. I'll have a novelty-sized bottle of whiskey, please."
I think it's a bit more normal in the UK for like young people to be drinking. Like
I think it's
around
quite normal
16.
in Europe.
Yeah, but drinking at 16 in America, people are like, "Whoa, like,
Whoa.
need help."
But you can have a gun
Yeah,
and a baby. Good one.
I don't think you can at 16. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there.
We don't fucking know.
What else?
Well, where did we get to? Whilst we're on the party chat, I could carry on with that.
Yeah.
I went to Bristol for a big one,
What's that?
big party,
All right.
big old rave,
A gig.
a gig,
Yeah.
an all-nighter. Started at 11. I'm in bed by then normally.
Yeah.
Finished at 5 in the morning.
We've done this literally the
Again.
exact pacing.
Is it?
It's literally the exact. You went started at 11 and looked at me and went, and then
Go on. Give us a nod of approval, you can.
It's literally the exact same pacing as before.
Actually, I don't even want to talk about Rupture. So forget it.
It's off.
It's off. Cancel that.
Everyone who was perked ears,
No, it's gone.
put them down.
Forget that. Cut that whole bit.
Right. Why? We switch it to something else.
Yeah.
Oh, right, go on.
Another time I went to Bristol.
It didn't even. Right. I was going to say, you didn't even mention Rupture, so you could have just carried on with the Bristol chat.
No. I went to Bristol to see a mate.
Right.
Went to stay there. Wait, we haven't played a single tape. What the fuck is this?
That's later.
This is the Patreon one, isn't it?
All right. How long have we been going?
Fucking too long.
34.
31 minutes.
Oh, close guess.
Well, what was I at?
This is the 5th time you're in Bristol.
Oh yeah, I'm in Bristol a lot at the minute. Yeah, went to Bristol to see my mate. He's staying at his girlfriend's house. He's very rarely in the UK. So I'd shoot over there. Their house is like being renovated, so they only had 1 bedroom. So I'm like, it's fine, I'll just sleep in the van. I got the little stealth camper. I'll just park the van out the front and sleep out there. I looked at it on the map thinking, no, it's kind of a quiet area.
Yeah. So on the streets of Bristol, essentially.
Yeah, but she's kind of...
You're a thin metal wall away from being a homeless man sleeping on the streets of Bristol.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, basically, yeah.
We're so, as humans, we're so interesting, aren't we? Like, we can just be like, if you just put a box on my head, I'll basically be comfortable.
I'm fine.
Like, as long as
I
I'm
can
inside.
sleep anywhere in there.
Yeah, you're basically sleeping on the streets, but because you can't see the streets, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's the same with like when someone dies, bury them in the ground. Don't have to ever think about that ever again. Yeah. Yeah. All right, go on. You're in the coffin.
So I thought it'd be fine. Like, it's a quiet area.
Yeah.
So we have a laugh all night, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna go bed.
Wait, so it is a house still, though, right?
It is a
that
house
they live in. So
you remember when we were renovating this house?
Yeah.
It was like no floors, no fucking all that
yeah.
sort of shit. It was that my van
It was more luxury than
my van was much more appealing to me than staying in there. Basically, no offense to the persons who house it, but
yeah.
you know, I sleep in the van a fair bit. I go fishing a lot. I'm used to it.
Yeah,
Use it to go camping. It's no biggie. I've got a real nice fishing bed with a built-in sleeping bag. Get on it.
Yeah.
But either way, we have our night. I get in the van thinking it's quiet, nice. It's about 1 a.m. And I guess that's when all the local pubs and that closed in that area. Because the fucking street was suddenly busy as fuck, right? I've only been in the sleeping bag like 15 minutes and switched all the lights off, ready to sleep. I hear some voices, and no fucking lie, 4 guys walk up to my van and just start rocking it.
What?
Honestly, man, like the first few people passed, and like you said, thin metal wall. I'm like, they have no idea there's a sleeping man in this thing, and I'm inches away from them. Yeah, and this group of lads. I felt a little thud, and then the van was just like.
That's so funny.
And I was just in the back thinking, do I unlock it? Yeah. What do I do?
I would have been.
What would you have done in that situation?
Me, being the homeless man that I am, I would have been like, no words, just like like that.
I thought about booting the side of the van, but then they would know someone was in it.
Yeah, yeah.
To be honest, I did worry about it being broken into.
That would have been so much funnier if you were like in there 15 minutes and then you just hit like a drill.
There was a couple of times
someone just pops your driver door open.
Well, you try and sleep after your van's been rocked by a bunch of drunk guys. So I'm like just wide awake after that, thinking this shit's going to get broke into. There's more drunk people going to come. Someone's going to smash a window. Every time a car...
Tip the whole van over.
It just rolled the van. I didn't really think that it was just on a main street, but it turns out it was just a real busy main road.
That's so funny.
What an idiot.
Why were they rocking it though? Did you not hear them out there?
Being drunk, they were laughing and that. Yeah. It's because, you know, I'm parked like 2 wheels on the pavement, 2 wheels on the road.
They could have shoved that over.
Mate, if they would have rolled my van with me in it. Absolute killer, man.
That would have been so funny.
That's probably the funniest thing that's happened to me in ages.
It would have been extra funny as well, because like when the van rolls over and stuff, you would have emerged out the side door,
so just like for fuck's sake,
in your pants,
like
was it covered in like fishing, just like with a fishing rod,
fucking bobble at.
This fishing rod's $1,000 nearly.
You ruined me tackle.
There's not like a river or a lake in sight for miles.
Fucking landlocked.
Hey, I'm trying to see my bivvy.
What?
That's funny.
Why the fuck was I doing that? Why didn't I just say I'll just get a hotel or I'll just sleep in the house?
Yeah.
I could have slept in the house, easy.
Yeah.
It's just I had
a bunch of drunks knock the house over.
I had my fishing. I had my the mentality of just going to the river and having a nice peaceful night by the river in the van. Yeah. But I was on the street in Bristol.
Yeah. Even did you sleep in there in the end?
Yeah, man.
And then at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's just like beep,
Yeah, the hot straight away. Literally,
The bin men.
as soon as the fucking sun come up, I got up and I drove to Greg's.
Yeah.
I went and got a coffee. The moral of the story is, don't go to
The
Bristol.
street of Bristol isn't a riverbed.
Not every camping area is as good as the other one.
Just because you can camp there doesn't mean you should.
Don't take my advice. Don't camp on the streets of Bristol
The glamping as well, like in the back of a van, like trying to.
in a beat up old Mercedes Vito.
That's your one experience, being homeless, living on,
Yeah.
sleeping on the street.
Yeah, I was very comfy as well at the time. It was hard to be upset about it. The next
couldn't
day, I
have
found
been-
it hilarious.
I couldn't be in there getting wobbled and not make a sound. Just be like, I'm accepting this.
Just
like,
imagine me.
it's getting
I just sit up in a fucking sleeping bag on a fishing chair, just like getting rocked by 4 drunk dudes. Like,
like, oh, I wonder how this is going to end.
I don't know.
I'm not going to intervene.
I had my keys in my hands. That's what I remember. I got my keys.
I think if I was rocking,
I was pretty fucked up by then as well, because I've been with my mate from like 11 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock at night.
if I was drunk on a night out at like 1 a.m, and I was rocking a van like, "Ah," and then it goes, "Tut, tut," I'd just fucking die laughing. Like if it unlocked suddenly, I would try the door from that point. We just unlocked it, boy. What?
What if I slid the side door open?
Yeah, and then there's just a man in his
lads.
pants trying to whack off in here.
Come on, boys. It's my last chance. All I had was the fucking van. They're trying to rock me to sleep.
I was rocked to
story.
sleep in a van. I'm going to turn this into a 20-minute story.
Oh yeah, this is a ropey one.
I ain't got anything. Or a comedy night, all I can think of is at the comedy night. There's been a guy that's showing up, and he's a homeless man. And he comes and he's wearing the same clothes every single time. And he's always got a bottle of Iron Brew. And he just sits in the crowd and deadpans the entire time, like doesn't react to like basically like where he's watching Spanish comedy. Like he
What?
just doesn't react to a single thing that's been said.
Yeah, well, opium will really make things unfunny.
He's literally just staring forwards while comedy is happening.
Don't he heckle or nothing?
He doesn't do anything except for sit at the back and look at the stage while the acts are going on, and he just doesn't react.
Do you
Like,
reckon
not
he
a
just-
single, not a smile, nothing.
Does he get a drink?
No, he's got his Iron Brew.
How's he getting in?
No, I think if someone said, "Oh, that guy's in here and he's brought his own drink in," they would kick him out. But because he just walks straight in and goes into the pavilion where we're doing comedy and sits down in the crowd, like he's. But yeah,
I reckon your jacket has made it acceptable for homeless people to come in.
he's like a homeless guy on stage, mate.
What's that homeless guy doing? Yeah, he runs the show.
Yeah, I have to do that. I have to go on stage and be like, "Test 1, 2. I do run the show. I'm not just a confident homeless man." But yeah, and then the other day we had a gig. No one listens to this podcast who goes to the show, so I think I can talk about them.
I think you should.
Shane's like, regardless of repercussions, I think you should.
I think you should shit on them all. No. No. I think
There's a guy-
they got to be able to take it on the chin, mate. Comedians.
Well, there's a guy who come to the show and he's like a fairly quiet dude or whatever, and then the show's starting and stuff, and there's not that big a crowd.
Yeah.
And the first act's going on. He just sidled up to me and I was just like, I've got to go. And I was like, what? And he was like, I've got to go, I can't perform. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries. And he was like, I can't feel the left side of my body.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, okay.
Did you say, do you want me to call you an ambulance?
No, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. No, yeah, it's no worries or whatever. And he's like, okay, cool. And then just left or whatever.
Dragged himself out with
yeah.
the right side of his body.
So it was an actor who was supposed to go on stage, and then it was just like, oh no, he's bailed from the gig now. And there was only like 5 acts to start with, so it just slowly dwindled down to 4. And yeah, and then when I told the people,
That's fucked.
I told the people who remained at the gig afterwards, like what had happened and that. And then one of them was like, oh yeah, I've been to a few shows where like it seems like there's not enough audience or something like that, and then he would just like bail instead of staying on and doing the show.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, oh, okay, I understand. And I was like, well, what did he say to you then? Because he said to me that
he's having a stroke.
Yeah, the left side of his body's gone numb. And he was like, the person who I was talking to is so unbelievably innocent. Like, they're a really innocent, nice person. And he was just like, oh, I believe he was having a diabetes scare.
What the fuck? Is he diabetic though?
No, he's not. He's not diabetic. But I love.
I've got a low blood sugar.
I just love that the guy who bailed from the gig, like, instead of just being like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna go."
You don't even have to say.
Literally,
anything.
everyone would have just been like, "Cool,
cool.
right,
See ya."
Yeah. But instead, he was like, "I believe I'm dying from diabetes," and then he'd run over to someone else and be like, "Stroke time. I've got to leave." It's like,
imagine he had like 4 or 5 gigs booked that night. He's going,
call someone else out
next time.
Someone actually left the gig because they had tuberculosis.
That's weird. That guy come in, he said he had the plague.
Yeah. He's like, I shouldn't be here. I've got the plague. I need to go.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was very funny.
That's the funniest gag he's got. Probably.
I don't even know who it is. But yeah, it was very funny that he was just like, see you later.
It's a crazy thing.
It's scary, like going there and signing up and knowing that you're going to be on stage in...
Yeah, and you've just got to wait. That's the bit, the wait. Yeah,
in half an hour, maybe after this guy, and you have no... I don't know, you just got to wait.
Yeah.
You just got to wait until you can
go.
It's
fucking limbo.
It's horrible. Yeah, and I think like if he's looking at the audience and then being like, oh, this isn't going to go well, and then you're just hyping yourself up about that, like...
Yeah.
But the irony is, by the time it was his turn to go on stage, fucking loads of people had turned up. Yeah, and
that happens quite often there, doesn't it? The second half, they'll just pile in from the bar.
I just let the person who went on first, I was just like, do you want to go on again? Like, there was only 4 people here who saw you, like, start. So, but he just went up and did another extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
And then we had a guy show up who was like, oh, can I sign on? Can I go on stage? And I was like, well, the show's gonna end after this act. And he was like, yeah, but all my mates are here. I'll just go.
They're the worst ones.
And I was like, oh yeah, and he was like, I was like, next week, and he's like, oh, I'm not from Oxford. I'm just visiting or whatever. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, okay, well, what are you gonna say? And he's like, just stuff about college and being and I was like, anything racist or misogynistic or anything that's gonna get me in fucking trouble.
At the last minute.
And he was just like, no, they said I can't say that sort of stuff. So, and I was like, please, we're at Oxford. But I was like, all right, I'm going to give you 5 minutes at the end of this, just to, because like...
Give him the headlines.
To give him the hype. Yeah, it was literally the last slot.
Jeez.
And then I went on stage and I was like, right, yeah, I know I said that the show was going to finish after that act, but we've had a random person sign up for their first time doing stand-up comedy, and everyone was like...
Get up here now, we're going to eat you.
They were hungry.
Fuck, you threw him to the lions, dude.
And then he went on stage and he like had a few like jokes that he like walked into at the beginning, like 1 or 2 that like caused little ripples, and then he like got confident or whatever and started to do
bits.
Yeah, and it was just to like silence or whatever. And then he did like a few like more bits, and by that time like all of his friends had come in and they were filming him, and it was like this big like, and he did like an interactive bit with the audience that kind of went well. And stuff like that. And yeah, it was weird. Like he was like saying something and then getting everyone to like say something back.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
I can't remember the joke or whatever, but it was funnier than just P's.
I was going to say.
Just P's attempt at it.
A black guy did it.
Yeah. It's much funnier than that guy who makes you say a black guy did it, which is horrible.
I don't think we can even put that in the pod.
The guy making you say a black guy did it is a black guy. Is that okay? I can't remember.
Either
what
way,
makes it morally right.
Even when he says it feels wrong.
But yeah, so it's funny just a newbie going on stage and everything and doing it for his first time, and he didn't fuck it up. And he didn't say any racist stuff or anything like that. And
I can't believe you put him out.
Yeah,
put him out there, mate.
It was risky. I was like waiting with the sheep's hook.
That's ready, prime fucking sheep hook situation, mate. That is.
Yeah, they always like if you're a brand new comedian and you're not from the area, they always just go on stage and
do crazy shit.
Yeah, just immediately style like 9/11 was done by this racial group, and you're like,
Like,
why
Jesus.
are we starting here?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times in there where it's gone. It suddenly took a turn.
But it's always people who are like, yeah, it's my first time, I'm gonna give it a go, and it's like, well, you're going with that, like your first time, and you're confident enough to say it. My first time, yeah, I'm thinking of dropping the N. What do you reckon? Like,
Groundbreaking.
yeah. I think that will go well.
Yeah, them guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Especially wanting to get on after everything.
It's that thing of like, yeah, I want to come and just have a go at the thing that you're trying to do as your career, but for a laugh.
Yeah. I'll probably never come back.
Yeah, literally. It's like, I just fancy making a mockery of your art form, and
It looks, I'll be honest, looks a piece of piss.
looks like a piece of piss.
Absolute doddle. I think we've got plenty of chat there.
Yeah, that end bit always, I don't know how to end it, but yeah, that's the end of that bit. What now?
Tapes.
And look at tapes.
Let's have a listen to some tapes.
Yes, we're going to go over to the other section of this podcast where we stop chatting shit and we listen to some tapes and see what's on the tapes. We chatted
for 52 minutes there.
There's probably only going to be 20 minutes in the pod.
Yeah. I'm worried about the opening bit.
That'll be fine how I do it.
Yeah. It literally started with us screaming and coughing.
we need to tell them we've been ill. Let's go into the mighty tape box.
Do you want to draw first?
Well, right. This is tape number 1. It's a TDK. Here we go.
I had a little woman, she was living low. She used to let me play, but she...
It's
I told you.
it's the blues.
It's bluesing.
Alright, I'm gonna fast forward. Anything else?
Gonna root about while you're doing that.
It's the same song because it's blues music. I'm flipping the tape. Right, I'm gonna press play.
Bluesing out big time.
Yeah. This music weirds me out. It's so middle of the road. And I'm like, who's listening to it? Like on Joe Rogan, on Protect Our Parks, they listen to like Freebird every now and then.
Yeah.
What the?
It does nothing.
I don't understand that. People who listen to Freebird and then are like, oh yeah, whenever I need to just relax,
Oh my
I put
God.
this on and I'm like, fuck yeah.
100% of the time.
And I'm like, dude, it's the most boring thing I've ever
It's like a 12-minute solo. No.
The guitar solo is...
Actually, we've just lost all our American listeners at once.
Look, I understand we don't get it because we're pussy little redcoats.
Yeah, we
but-
don't do that with Pink Floyd. Get over it. Fuck me. I don't stick Wonderwall on every time I have a beer.
British icon this is. Yeah. All right.
After shitting on all that, I've got
After-
another tape.
What's the tape?
It's just got nothing on it.
It's a random scotch.
No writing. 90-minute scotch.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
1359, playing all the great oldies from the 60s and 70s.
Hell yeah.
I love this shit.
It's like, no more of that for you.
Oh, it's really raining on my parade.
I think that's the end.
That was a recording off the radio.
It sounds so bad. How are they recording it?
I don't know what device they're using to record this, but it's bad every time. Get rid of it.
What's missing though? Is it that high?
Yeah, all the high
the high
frequencies
end.
are missing. It's just all like
Yeah.
low and mid.
It's so weird.
That sucked.
Okay. The best rock ballads ever.
Well, we know what that's going to be.
Ooh, one of them here. It's the best rock ballads ever 2, but someone's taped over
Oh, that's a good sign.
the thing,
The tabs.
and it says Coronation Street.
What the fuck?
Which Coronation Street is a terrible soap.
It's a TV series in the UK that's been running for about 100 years.
Let's see what's on the Coronation Street tape.
If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten.
Hold on a minute.
Fuck.
Wait a minute. I'm having a flashback here. Isn't that a Coronation Street song?
Oh, is it?
Isn't
Have
it?
they got an album?
Yeah. Isn't...
I don't know any songs from Coronation Street.
I don't know any songs from Coronation Street. But
Whatever.
I recognise this.
No, this is
Oh, yeah.
Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. The most depressing song in English history.
No, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life is Life of Brian from Monty Python.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's when they're being crucified and they're singing that song.
Is it actually they made that song, or is it an older song
I'm pretty sure they wrote it for
that?
Life of Brian. I might be wrong, but also I think that it's the Coronation Street cast singing these songs. That's
Someone
possible.
recorded it.
Do you mean like in a studio?
No, I mean, someone bothered to record it with a tape.
To re-record it.
If life seems jolly rotten, then there's something you've forgotten.
Yeah.
This shit haunts my dreams.
Right. I don't think there's going to be copyright claims on this.
No.
Let's play a small segment of what I think is Coronation Street the Coronation Street cast covering this song.
To laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Always look on the bright side of life.
What the fuck? What is happening?
Right, so, yeah. The Coronation Street single, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Dude, that is crazy that I can pull that.
What the fuck? Why is that in your mind?
I don't know.
There's so much more important
I
stuff.
don't know.
Your head's full of Nickelodeon and Coronation Street singles. The fuck?
Why? This is only going to be entertaining to a British person as well. What
God.
a mental person I am. But yes.
Why the fuck do you know that? I don't know why I'm so disappointed.
I don't know why this stuff's
I think it's because of
stored.
all the important stuff that you don't remember. And then you pull this out of the bag.
It says Coronation Street on the back of a tape. And I'm like, hold on a minute, I remember a single from 1996 featuring the cast of Coronation
Is
Street.
that what it was from?
Singing Monty Python's Life of Brian, Brighter Side of Life.
Featuring the one with curly hair.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm telling Mum.
I think we need...
Well, that was fucking outstanding, mate.
Yeah.
Lovely.
What a pull. What a pull.
That's for all you British listeners.
Always look on the right side.
Turn it off.
Coronation
That's gonna
Street.
fucking... Next time I have sleep paralysis, that's going to fade in.
Definitely. The circumstance of this tape existing. This cassette is number 2 in the greatest rock classics of all time cassette tape. They've taped over the bit that allows you to record over the tape and then put the Coronation Street single on side 2.
And they labelled it.
And then they were like, boom, we've ended up
How have we ended up with it?
in possession of this, like, fucking, must be like 30 years later. I
love this shit.
I love thinking about that stuff.
Come on. This podcast needs to go up the charts.
For moments like that. Oh, God. All right. I need a whiz. Pause. All right.
Heavy, very heavy and tired. Heavy, very heavy like lead. Heavy, very heavy and tired. Heavy, so heavy. Heavy, very heavy and tired. Heavy, very heavy like lead. Heavy, very heavy and tired. Heavy, so heavy. So heavy.
tape here.
All right.
It's got nothing on it.
It says nothing on it.
It's spinning really weird in the player. What the fuck? Whoa. What's happening? I think it's meant to sound like that. Okay, she dropped some jungle over it.
Just like the entire time.
A whole tape of that. Fast forward it. We've got an extra note coming in. That was bizarre. Alien transmission.
Interesting.
There's got to be something else further on. It's a hell of an intro. What the fuck?
Just went up a key.
Yeah.
The beats weren't on the tape. What's on the tape? Is it just that?
Yeah. It was a little impromptu jam.
Let's continue on with just the tape.
Turn all the effects back off. It's fucking bizarre, that recording.
Switch sides.
I don't think there's anything on it. I don't know. Oh wow, it's just tones. It's pretty handy for the tape machine that we make, the Mellow. Oh, trip out.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. You can just
We should keep that tape.
the tone and then just twisting the knob on there.
Pitch control. That's why we make these tape machines. So you can play it like a piano. Joe's doing that all on his own. Pull up that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Just spinning the dial for the melody. All right, well, that was a good tape. You better mark that.
I'm keeping that one.
Yeah. Better put a
So we
label
just
on
call it Tones.
Tones tape.
Oh yeah. Join the Patreon if you want access to this whole sample library that we've been building since the start of this podcast.
Yes.
That's it.
There's more on there, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there's loads of stuff
There's
on there.
samples from the main tapes. There's samples from the tapes that we hear little clips of. There's extra episodes. There's video episodes. There's sample banks. But yeah, anyway, that's the Patreon ad out the way. It's $1, £1 if you want to join.
£1.
£1. But yes. All right. Let's find another tape. We got one that probably will have something on it. It's blank. Let's give it a spin.
Fly through a couple and then we'll do a bit of main tape.
You.
No effects, no speed mods. Oh, yeah, we like these ones. Holy shit.
Bike safety involves following certain rules.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you hear what I just said?
Did they say bike safety?
Yeah. Is
Is this a safety proficiency test?
like a motorbike?
Funk version.
Wait, hold up.
Pull it.
Rewind.
Pull that up.
Hell yeah.
Bike safety involves following certain rules. If a bike lane or path is next to a roadway, You must use the bike lane and not the roadway. Motorized vehicles, like mopeds, are not allowed on bike routes or paths. If a bicycle route is on the sidewalk, use your warning device to warn the pedestrian that you are approaching. Telling the pedestrian what you are about to do is important. Bicycles are not allowed on expressways. You will see signs at the entrance ramps which tell you this. On a one-way street...
What? How have we got a bike?
An American bike proficiency revision.
With a funk intro.
Yeah, I love it when, like back in the day, ordinary people used to have to record these. Like, you might go to work at your job at, like, you know, like Walmart, something basic, like, and then you have to record.
We got a new job for you today,
Yeah,
Derek.
you need to record like an instructional or like a thing that plays at the display case or something like that. But yeah, so this is just a normal guy, and he has to record this like bike safety thing now.
It sounds like he's in like a bullpen office as well.
Yeah, you can hear people in the background. And then they always like fluff things slightly, but it's like not enough to have to re-record.
Yeah,
the thing.
stop the tape.
Yeah,
Let's edit that.
in our digital age, it would be so easy to just delete and then redo that bit. But in this time, it wasn't as easy to delete.
No, it's
so
a
you
pain
just
in
kind
the
of let
ass.
them fluffs go. You got to let them like let them.
What was
roll
that
out.
one on the stop smoking tape? You make sure you loosen your clothes.
Yeah. It's like lose your clothes.
Loosen your clothes.
Bicycle riders, like cars, must ride in the direction in which the arrow points. The arrow shows you which way the traffic is moving. Never ride against the traffic.
Okay. What do we do? Do we
We have to
continue?
move on, don't we?
We don't carry on listening to bike proficiency.
can't.
Like, do we put that in the pile of possible
Main tape.
main tapes?
Yeah, I think
Isn't-
we've stumbled across a nice one there. It could be. I don't know though. It's quite boring.
Yeah. I think okay. Instead of recycling this, we'll put it in the main tape pile. Just
We might use it as a main feature, that tape, because it's got
Maybe we
it's
should.
got a vibe.
Let's write on it. There's one. I got a tape here. It's called "The Lord's Supper." God damn.
Oi!
Oh. All right. Let's give it. This is probably going to be.
Cut.
This is cassette 1, side 1. Welcome to Torch Trust Cassette Library. We endeavour to supply you with a good quality book, but if you have difficulty hearing it, please return it, placing a slip of paper on the faulty cassette. Please remember that it is essential for good clear listening that your machine is cleaned, if possible, every 3 months.
The Lord's Supper.
I was like, oh, this is not bad. Oh.
I don't know why I was still shocked that it was the Lord's Supper.
But it was
Yeah.
just that it seemed like it was going to be like a clean recording, and then it was like, the Lord's Supper. As always.
We aim to provide you the cleanest
recording. Please make sure you clean your machine. One day, Lord was born. It's one of them, like, it's not into the mic, but it's peaking still.
somehow.
God!
Everything's flashing on the mixer. You're a mile away from the mic.
Alright, let's go over to the next bit. Right, alright. Oh no, wait. Oh, fuck, right. There. Oh no, hold on. There we go.
What was the first one? A drawbridge.
Yes.
Getting locked up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it from Akon's tune? Getting locked up.
He said that as well. You've done that joke twice.
Fuck! We've got to stop leaving big gaps between these things.
Yes.
My brain resets.
You have to listen to it all as revision before we record.
Yeah, true.
I just realised.
The last one I listened to was the lost episode.
Yeah. I would like to formally apologise to everybody as well, because my elocution this episode has been so off. I just be like this, I don't give a fuck. I just literally saying it, just all one sentence. It just keeps happening. I keep noticing myself doing it.
It's bad when you notice it.
Yeah. So apologies. It will sort itself out when we get back into the swing of these again.
We're going to do another one straight after this one.
Right after on Patreon.
Going to get a few bevs in us though for that one.
To the next bit where I listen to the actual main tape. The main tape. That's us going through the electric line.
I'm really worried that this tape's going to be hard to jam on.
This tape's going to be mega boring, but that's fine, because as soon as they start talking business, I'm going to be like...
Junglist!
Yeah, I think this could be a total shit, but...
It might be an abrupt end to a ropey episode.
Which side do you think side A? I don't know what side to start with.
The one with a sticker on.
Sticker side?
Yeah.
All right.
It's got someone's email on here. Should we read it out?
I don't like that that's an email address.
That's weird.
Oh, wait, it's at which.
What?
How long ago was that? Jesus.
Oh, I thought you meant witches in bad witches.
Hold on, the email address is naughtyomen@badwitch.
Evilwitches.net.
Alright. Oh my god. The tape's very loose.
It'll pick it up, won't it?
Will it? I think the leader's broke.
No.
Yeah. No? Move it. Oh! Oh no!
It's been months.
No.
That's our main tape. There's a bit missing.
Oh, the tape's so old it's been eaten by the machine. Oh no, the thing wasn't in, that's why.
See you next month, guys. What?
You know, the little felt bit. What do we do?
Should I repair it?
We're gonna have to. We've had to fix the tape.
That's the first time we've had one absolutely munched.
The tape was destroyed inside of our tape player. And it's not because the tape player is bad, but because the tape is old and flimsy.
The leader was broken, I think. It pinched it, and that was that.
Yeah.
Chomped.
So we've gone off to go fix it. And
it's in a new shell now.
It's in a new shell. It's fixed. We haven't tried to play it yet. We're going to try and play it now and see how it does what we're doing. Good. Just a heads up. This is the sky's the limit. Reach for the stars. The opportunity. I can't remember what the other title.
That's an extra title.
Was on the other one.
Be rich.
Business stuff.
Become rich.
This is that cassette. All right. And on that cassette, okay, on the front, it's got like little testimonials from people. But the little testimonials, I'll just read them real quick. One of them is a picture of a nice elderly couple. And it says, Bob and Liz Webb, ex-teacher and full-time mother from Essex. Joined KleeneZe in 92. Now earning 32,000 every 4 weeks. Whoa.
32 grand a fucking month.
That's fucking mental. They should put that as the title. That's fucking mental. Jean and Phil Warrington, ex-accountant and ex-taxi proprietor from Surrey. Joined KleeneZe in 95, now earning 14,000 every 4 weeks. That's fucking mental.
They've all got the same testimonial.
At the end,
hang on,
they all say that's fucking mental.
Isn't a proprietor of a taxi just a man who gets in a cab?
A man man who's been in a taxi before.
Frequent bus user.
Ex-accountant and frequent bus traveller.
Dave.
From Surrey. Dave. No, and then the last one, it says, Jackie and Pete. This only works, by the way, if you're in a relationship.
Notice 0 single people.
Yeah, this only works if you're married and straight.
It takes one to convince the other into doing it.
Jackie and Peter White, ex-retail manager and ex-coach driver from Petersburg. Joined KleeneZe in 98, now earning 4,000 every 4 weeks, which is... That's a fucking alright. That's pretty good.
In the late 90s. When is it?
Yeah, 98 they joined. So I think what they're trying to say is the longer you're on, the more money you earn. If you joined in 1998, you might only be earning 4,000 a month, but imagine you joined in 92, because you'd be earning 32 grand.
30 grand a month. Look at that guy on there.
Just from KleeneZe.
Do you think it's KleeneZe?
KleeneZe?
KleeneZe? Maybe it's
K.
cleaning products.
KLEENEZE. KleeneZe.
KleeneZe.
Anyway, let's get fucking rich.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this. Up so far, I've quit smoking, learnt to meditate. Now I'm going to get rich.
I'm thinking there's going to be some lovely corporate music at the beginning of this.
Oh, please.
Something like that. All right, here we go.
No way.
Welcome to CleeneZe, the opportunity of a lifetime.
Wait. Yeah, no,
CleeneZe.
Number one, it was like. But yeah, CleeneZe.
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 They didn't say CleeneZe.
CleeneZe.
They said,
I mean,
CleeneZe.
It makes complete sense.
Why?
Because they're selling cleaning products.
That's,
You wait. Side 2, sponges.
they're telling you how to get rich.
Yeah, from selling cleaning stuff.
CleeneZe. All right, anyway, we're going to carry on.
This is sick.
Before CleeneZe, I actually had a corporate job. I worked in the City of London. And whilst I thoroughly enjoyed the work, the problem was the company owned me. I mean, I didn't have any quality of life.
Thank you, tape gods.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do all businessmen have a peg on their nose? Basically, I sold my arse to W.H. Smith's.
And the company owns me. Yeah.
Mr. Smith literally owns my arse.
Willard Howard Sniff. Sniff. I fucked up.
Sniff.
I fluffed the punchline.
And you say his middle name's Harrods. Imagine he owned Harrods and W.H.
And
Smith.
W.H. Smith, yeah.
This tape's amazing already.
That's good.
We're so excited.
I can't believe it's got breaks on it. It had a bass line as well.
Pure 90s nostalgic breaks there.
Yeah.
Man. It's like a loading menu for a fucking PS1 demo disc.
Yeah.
Time for my family. So whilst the income was pretty good, the lifestyle was really pretty awful.
We've always wanted to have better things in life, and we just could never see it coming, really, with what we were doing.
Came across CleeneZe through work, and it was just an opportunity to start our own business, earn a decent income, enjoy the lifestyle that can give you, but didn't have any money, couldn't afford it, couldn't think of an idea, and never thought it was going to happen. But then when we were given this opportunity, at such a low cost to start, all the help that we needed was like, a gift, really.
Life was pretty...
Right. How does it work? Because on the tape it says you can't even buy the tape. It says ask the person who lent you this tape.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's the case?
It says, right, on the back of this tape, it says, want to know more? Please contact the person who lent you this cassette. What? It doesn't say, go to our website. It doesn't, well...
It's fucking...
It'd be, this was made in 2001.
It's the millennium. Like, why isn't there a website?
They should have a website. There's an email address on the tape.
But the only way you can get it is through word of mouth.
On the back it should say, want to know more, please email this email address, and then do the email address that's on the tape, right? But instead it says, please contact the person who lent you this cassette. What do you mean?
That's hilarious.
I ring up David and I'm like, all right, Dave. And he's like, all right. And I'm like, I want to know more
Where
about
did you get
the
this
cassette.
from?
And he's like,
hang on, I need to ask the person that gave it me.
Hold on. Just a phone chain. Hiya, Simon. Hiya. Yeah, you know the CleeneZe tape? Yeah.
We need to find patient zero.
My mate Joe's asking about, hold on, let me just ring.
It goes on
just keeps going on.
Until eventually you get to Yvonne, whose email that is on the tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? It's bizarre. That's the worst marketing campaign I've ever seen so far.
I know, and it's the 90s as well, so there is phones. You could include a phone number. But anyway.
Yeah.
There's that. So my question now is, we're hearing vox pops.
Yep.
It
sounds like Man in the Street.
Yeah, of people in different environments. So like, how are they recording these little vox pops?
On tape, baby.
Yeah. There's someone like, they're like, okay, as part of joining CleeneZe, could you please take a tape recorder outside and talk about how much you love CleeneZe?
Yeah. One of them signed up for the recording people in the street section of
package.
Yeah. Probably had to buy his own tape recorder.
Everyone just sounds like, I did my job, but don't like it, want to do something else. I thought maybe earning 14 grand a month would be good.
Someone give me a flyer that said, "Do you want to do loads of money for fuck all effort, please?"
Yeah, I'll give it a go. All right, we'll carry on.
And boring, should we say? And basically, KleeneZe just transferred our lives.
The people you've just been listening to are all KleeneZe distributors. They are all real people, not actors, and they truly believe they've been given the opportunity of a lifetime.
I didn't think it was actors until she said it.
Did you notice that they were called KleeneZe distributors as well?
Yeah, because they're bottom of the pyramid.
They're selling this.
They're selling the
They're
tape.
selling the cassette.
Word of mouth, though, isn't it? There's no price on that tape.
With you. You're going to hear from a lot more very successful people about how their lives have changed for the better and how they've achieved incomes and lifestyles they never thought possible.
Before I came across KleeneZe, I actually worked in a shipyard up in Sunderland.
I was working as a supervisor, long hours, very stressful job.
I was a full-time farmer, working 7 days a week.
I used to work in a fire safety department, and it was getting very, very stressful.
I spent the first 12 years of my working life as a dry cleaner working for somebody else.
I worked with the Department of Agriculture in the north of Ireland for 25 years and was facing a pension at age 60 that would be less than half my salary. I joined KleeneZe to earn an extra £1,000 a month to supplement that pension.
Having left...
God. Right.
Oh,
that was horrible.
That guy definitely ended up with no pension.
I was 60 years old, looking down.
I got robbed.
Right, hold on. I need to know if KleeneZe is a company that
This is insane. We're going to get sued straight away. KleeneZe.
It is.
Is it?
No, well, yeah.
We're in trouble.
No.
Oh, revelation. Go on.
A brand steeped in history. KleeneZe began...
KleeneZe.
KleeneZe. They spell it so badly.
You fucking...
KleeneZe is so bad. But anyway, KleeneZe began in 1923 as a door-to-door distributor of high-quality, handmade brushes.
I fucking called it. And now sponges.
So on their website, the options are mops and brooms, laundry, cleaning, housewares. What? Wait, but what's like? I'm confused about the distribution part.
What? We're distributing what? The tape?
Yeah, like what? A tape that on the front shows Bob and Liz, who earn 42 grand every 4 weeks,
mops.
Has nothing to do with this website that sells mops.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm confused.
So you sign up to KleeneZe, they send you loads of mops and cleaning products, or they send you loads of these tapes. Which
I don't know. Is this going to be like? Is this like Avon?
Yeah,
but for cleaning stuff.
Basically.
Oh my god.
Have you never had it? You never had anyone knock on your door and try to sell you cleaning products?
Yeah. So this is an MLM, multi-level marketing scheme. It seems like it's another MLM, but this time instead of it being encyclopedias or what's the other one? Encyclopedias. Is that how you say it?
Encyclopedias, yeah.
You got it. What else do they sell door to door?
Doors. Windows. Just in case you ain't got windows.
Yeah, in the UK, our biggest one, I think, is Avon, and it just preys on middle-aged / young women.
But they don't knock on doors. People sign up for it.
Yeah, you knock on their door, mate. You go to a party. Avon party, mate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, they get people to sell beauty products and stuff like that, and they give they give you the beauty products, and then you force them onto your friends, and then you sell them at a profit, and you ruin your relationships in order to financially gain.
Yeah, you sacrifice friends and family for cold hard cash.
Yeah. So I think that might be what Shane called it early, but I think that's what's happening here with cleaning products. My question is, how the fuck are Bob and Liz Webb earning 32 grand every 4 weeks on
top of that pyramid, mate?
Yeah, selling cleaning products? Do they? Oh,
we should probably listen to the tape.
It'd be so funny if Bob and Liz were just the chairman of KleeneZe.
Hey, go back to Google. Bob and Liz, CEOs.
Right, here we go.
High-profile management post. It's only looking back on it after 2 or 3 years that I realise quite what that did to me. I was working ridiculous hours and on call 365 days of the year unless I was out of the country. While I was looking for another job, I found KleeneZe and I thought, well, at least it would keep me above benefit level.
Now we live in a beautiful detached 4-bedroom 3-storey house.
Jeez. Life goals.
Yeah, people's aspirations are so low in the 2001.
Sad, isn't it?
Well, I just wanted to supplement my sorry, I've forgotten who I am. I'm old and having to work.
Oh, God.
And then that woman's just like, yeah, it keeps me above the poverty line.
Imagine working your whole life, recognising your pension was worth shit all and being like, guess I better get a second job.
At 60, it's time for a second career.
Holy fuck. Oh, my God.
Terrible. When are they going to get to the bit where they're like, we'll send you some mops and other cleaning
It's going to be
products
the other side of the tape right at the end.
in order for you to sell them to your family members?
I reckon they're going to set tasks where you've got to dish out 5 of these tapes before you get access to any of that shit. And at least one person must sign up within the month.
And now we have a special challenge for you. Can you sell 6 mops to your grandma? We
All right.
The mortgage on that over 5 years, which seems quite incredible. I mean, people just don't take mortgages on houses over 5 years. Things have changed so dramatically. A few years ago, I had a car repossessed because I couldn't keep up the payments on it. And now I have a Rolls-Royce, BMW, a Mercedes people carrier, and one of those fun, tiny little smart cars. So now
That's hilarious.
Also, I got a little fun smart car.
I got a Rolls. I got a fucking Beamer.
The pure luxury of rolling around in a fucking Rolls Royce.
He's like,
and then you're like, actually, I'm going to pop into smart car.
went to town earlier, took the smart car.
Fun little smart car, that is.
Had a fun little
Would
drive.
you not prefer the driver to have taken you in the Bentley, sir?
He's-
No. No, I love riding around in my little car. I like to drive.
You may as well have gone Rolls Royce, big bus, pogo stick.
I've been known to rollerblade.
I've got every form of transport.
Oh God,
This tape's fucking amazing.
It's just funny that the actors who are having to pretend to be rich
It's so good.
are like, yeah, they're like, got a Rolls Royce.
They don't know what being rich
house.
is. Gold bricks.
Yeah, just loads of them. Sleep on money.
They're so poor they don't know what being rich is like.
Oh God.
They're like, I've bought all sorts of modes of transport.
You should see the amount of golf clubs I have. Garage full of them. So rich. I'm basically so rich. All thanks to KleeneZe.
Do you want to buy any mops?
Now I'm going to step out of my Rolls Royce and sell you a mop. Would you?
Fuck.
All right.
slightly from will the car start to which car should we take today?
Ordinary people who have achieved extraordinary things, way beyond their dreams and expectations. And the beauty of being a KleeneZe distributor is that you are in control. Because you're the boss, you can decide exactly how much you want to do.
With the multi-level marketing thing as well, they always try to convince you that you're self-employed.
You're the boss. We are not going to be sending you boxes that you have to sell within the month.
You're self-employed. This is completely your thing. Nothing to do with us, and so we'll provide you with no benefits whatsoever.
Also, people
protections.
These guys that are like, I had a job and they absolutely owned my whole life. Yeah. Mate, try being self-employed.
Try working for KleeneZe. Yep, we're going to carry on. It's good. It's good. It's gold so far.
You're the boss. You can decide exactly how much you want to do and when. Full-time, part-time, whatever suits.
No time.
So there is less stress and strain and time to enjoy life. And with the potential earnings, you'll have the money to support your new lifestyle. That's got to be a big attraction.
I joined KleeneZe because I was just fed up with the rat race. I've been travelling up to the city for 25 years around my 4 children, and I wanted to have my life back before I was too old to enjoy it, and it's given me my life back.
One of the reasons we joined KleeneZe was the simplicity of the business. It was a business we could run from home. It was a very low...
Is that David Bowie? One of the reasons we joined CleeneZe.
Because I was getting my career off.
The reasons we joined KleeneZe was the simplicity of the business. It was a business we could run.
It's the simplicities.
I'd love to get involved-sized with CleeneZe.
Fuck's sake, is this any funny to us? I can't tell.
I think it is. And we've just stolen that whole bit from Adam and Joe. Love you guys.
Dave. It was a very low-cost startup business, and we could also earn money from day one.
And when we came across...
That is David Bowie.
It's fucking literally him.
That's David Bowie.
He loved the internet as well.
Hi, David, can we just get a little bit about CleeneZe, please?
Sure.
I've always loved CleeneZe.
I've always loved it. The mops are very special.
The splungenicity of it.
Splunge. Oh my God.
This is cut anyway.
Fucking hell. At least we're having fun.
Well, it is good. This is a good episode, right?
I'm loving it.
It was the perfect setup. It's our own business. We don't have a boss. So we've taken our future into our own hands, but without the risk. And outside of CleeneZe, I don't know any other way we could have done that.
I can't.
There's just a whole tape of people
number
lying to us.
I'm sick of the testimonials now. We're honestly almost halfway through. No, we're
over halfway.
3/4 of the way through one side of the tape, and it's just been testimonials. But also, like, these people who are doing these testimonials, other than David Bowie, because he's a lovely man, their hearts are black. How can you trick people? Like, what? How much are they getting paid just to say these fake testimonials? And do they not realize that the gravity of it, like how
it's actually affecting that farmer from Ireland who put his pension in?
But like, anyone who's listening to this who isn't a paid actor may think that it's possible that this tape is going to change their lives. All right, what other fucking delusions of grandeur can you promise me?
Come on, keep hitting me.
Being a CleeneZe distributor is simple. You don't need any qualifications or previous sales experience.
Shit.
Anyone can do it. You just put the product catalogue through people's letterboxes, take your orders, and collect the money when you deliver the goods.
There it is.
Oh,
That's
God.
what we were looking for. Catalogues.
Mate. No wonder they wait 3/4 of the tape. Like, they give all them testimonials at the front, because once they actually reveal what the job is,
you're gonna sign up. You're gonna get a fucking Arctic lorry full of catalogues.
And you just go and post
and one
them to
tape.
all your neighbours. No,
you basically just bought into a newspaper round.
Yeah, and then
that you have to go back to get the money.
You simply just post it through the door.
Yeah, how do you make an order though?
They
so
call
it
you.
comes through my... Oh, okay. So then you've got a fucking phone line to deal with as well.
Yeah, this is your business.
Fuck.
You are your boss. You can hire 7 people. Whereas you can hire children
to do a paper
as
round.
workers. They will go and deliver your catalogues. You simply take the orders and make all the money. There is no overhead. You are your boss. No fear of redundancy. No child labour laws.
Catalogues are £10,000 each.
Oh God!
This is insane.
You genuinely have to pay for each catalogue.
Yeah,
like you'd have to pay like £2 for a catalogue.
Or they may, and I bet they take a slice of every sale.
Yeah, for definite. It's going to be
need to find out how much. I wonder if they get down to the nitty gritty on side B.
They've got to, right?
Busted
They
it
must
out.
inform you of what you're going to be doing.
You take every single penny apart from 77% home
and
to your
simply
bank.
Cent comes to us. All you do at the end of the month is count all your money and simply send to us.
Oh man, how come all of these tapes that we get to are fucking scams?
Because
even the meditation ones.
I think that was the game at the time. Like, anyone could make a scam. Tapes were so abundantly available, and all you have to do is print an in-sleeve, and you've got a legitimate looking thing. Yeah. Like, imagine trying to publish a book; it'd be fucking impossible. But you can put a bullshit on a tape and print a J card and be like, "Fucking
we're done."
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Fuck.
So I think that's why they were in such abundance at the time.
I can't believe this whole industry's been reduced down to a fucking little flyer zip tied to a lamppost.
How far they have fallen.
That's crazy.
I think though, with the advent of the internet, like people would Google, "Are these testimonials true?"
Just a load of answers come up.
No. Like, I think you could be in a forum and be like, "Hey, does CleeneZe actually work?" And people would just be like, "No." It's
One of the
MLM.
voice actors would be in there like, "I'm fucking broke right now." They didn't even pay me for the voice. All they sent me was 6 bottles of bleach and a mop. Cunts.
Supplementary prize. Yeah. All right. Let's hear more testimonials. I feel like what I was gonna say is that we could just do like a jungly thing with like the testimonials in it, because it sounds kind of like weird and
yeah.
But that's what they're doing.
They're already doing
that on the tape.
They've done all the work for us, mate. We just get to enjoy.
Right.
I suppose when I first started, it's like any new venture. A lot of it is different and new. But, you know, once you start working this business, you see how simple and easy it is to run.
It was absolutely amazing. It was so easy. I put out my catalogues and I automatically, on 50 catalogues, got a £400 order. It was just great. So I made £80 for myself from day one.
Wait.
She just did the maths.
What did that say? £400?
She had £400 worth of orders. She made 80 quid.
That's crazy, Turn. No. No. As if they would put that on the tape. 400.
Wait, how many? That was in her first month. Hold on. 80 quid a month.
Absolutely amazing. It was so easy. I put out my catalogues and I automatically, on 50 catalogues, got a £400 order. It was...
What the hell?
So she took 400 quid in and made 80 back.
So I made £80 for myself from day one.
She sounds so pleased with herself. 50 catalogues, £400 order, and then after everything, after doing all of it,
80 quid.
She made 80 quid.
Killing it. She's so smug as hell.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's crazy.
Oh, God. Fair play. Go. Let's keep going. This is fucking amazing.
There should only be like 3 or 4 testimonials left.
You tend to just go back, pick up the order off the doorstep, and you don't have to say anything. It's like really picking money up off the doorstep. Orders are there. Yes, you do have to knock some doors and just say to people, "Oh, hi, I've just called to collect the catalogue." People are generally just really, really friendly.
The mix of customers is so different. All different types of houses, all different types of ages, and that's the beauty of the catalogue, that there is something there for everybody.
Everybody is a potential customer. Young, old, men, women. It doesn't matter. There's something in the catalogue for everybody.
You can't prejudge the houses. It's the people that buy, not the house.
When I go out with my team and we do our catalogues and I see the people queuing up on the M25 and they probably look at me and think, gosh, you know, what's that woman doing with that CleeneZe bag? And I look at them and my little cheque for 15 grand pops through the door. I'm really glad that I decided to be a CleeneZe distributor.
I'm looking up the catalogue right now.
Yeah.
It's still a thing. Join CleeneZe, easyearn.co.uk.
It's still an MLM? Oh my God, it's the same thing.
It's and I found the actual catalogue.
Can you become a distributor?
Yeah. Start for free.
Oh my God.
Oops. The magazine is currently unavailable.
It is one of the greatest innovations they've brought to the business. When we first joined, you could post your order off like once a week or fax it off once a week. Now you could order every day if you want to and get a delivery 24 hours later.
The internet developments with CleeneZe have been phenomenal. It's totally revolutionised the business.
Look at these products.
What have you found?
I found the products. Have a little scroll through.
Oh God.
To work for you, and the orders start coming in.
We thought CleeneZe was a good idea because we're not salesmen and we don't like asking people to buy things, so it was very easy to put catalogues through doors and just get orders. And I could see that before I started.
Testimonial galore. They must have took ages to make this. I think trying to get all them testimonials.
All right, I just want to say that a lot of these people are Irish, and a lot of them are Northern, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, Northernish. And guess what? The CleeneZe HQ is in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
And then the CleeneZe UK HQ is in Bristol.
That's not really north. It's a bit middle. It's middle.
It's close enough to
Middle England. I was expecting like fucking Hull.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I think it's also... everyone's been white.
To whisper it.
Have you ever noticed that no one's an immigrant?
Yeah.
I noticed that all the voices are northern and they're all Irish, and I feel a little bit like it's people who work at CleeneZe. Like the actual
the HQ's
the
there.
actual HQ, not.
They're like, we've got a big meeting today. Everyone in.
Yeah.
Right, you're doing a fucking voiceover.
I've got a tape recorder. We're all going to record testimonials.
We're all going to say how sick it is to work here.
Like, logistically, okay, let's think about it. You work at CleeneZe. You are a signed-on MLM distributor person, right?
Yeah.
They say to you, we want a testimonial from you. How do you get your testimonial to CleeneZe?
Record it on a tape. Pop it in the post.
So you have to have a tape player and record it.
Or they come to your house.
Yeah, I think it's more likely they have one tape recorder, dictaphone, and they gave it to each member of staff and just said, go in that room, go outside, go downstairs. Everyone record one.
They all sound quite confident, though.
Yeah, because they all work. They're all
look, we're going to give you a 32 grand bonus this month.
They're all on the clock.
Yeah, but not everyone can voice act. If someone said to you, right, you've got to do a Kleenex advert.
Yeah, but if they were like, hey, can you act like you have job security at this job where you have job security? Yeah. That's actually really easy for me.
I don't need to act. Yeah, I think you nailed it. Yeah. Busted.
It's got to be.
So that gives you an idea of the scope of the potential there is.
We live in the most beautiful part of Surrey in a £500,000 house. I have got a lovely sports car. We've got a people carrier for the children, and it's indescribable the difference between our business now and then.
Where is she? A swimming pool.
So she was serving fucking lunches.
Just the idea, again, it's that idea of what richness is. We've got £500,000 house, not million, just half.
Just half.
And sports car and a people carrier. Why? What does that? Why not be like, yes, I drive my Land Rover and
I have a butler.
I have a butler because I am rich.
I have a permanent driver. I
And
never drive a car ever again.
I don't have children because it's a decision I made early on in my life in order to ensure richness.
Do you reckon we can make a tape that's literally like, how to be rich?
You do 35 minutes of testimonials.
Yeah, man, I could just go wherever I want, whatever.
I can do what I want. I don't have the stress of a job.
I could just pop downtown.
I am divorced, but I don't feel sad about that anymore. Just all these things. And then after all the testimonials, we're just like, yeah, and now we're going to teach you the simple secret. And then just all you've got to do is work really hard, come up with a great idea, and force it. Force it.
And if it doesn't work, do it again.
It doesn't work. Simple length of rope. And a tall building.
Whisper in the end.
Oh, it's probably the only way. Probably the only way to stop the pain.
Don't.
And then
the moment I joined CleeneZe, I just knew I wasn't going to kill myself anymore.
No longer in pain was I.
That's so fucked up. God.
Yeah. Suddenly I was able to compartmentalise all my terrible thoughts.
We're going to see it through.
So there's no rat race, there's no stress.
If they're open-minded enough, and if they've got dreams and they've got ambitions and they've got inner drive, then CleeneZe can really offer them a future.
We're enjoying a tremendous lifestyle. I have the time to do the things I want to do. I have...
It's literally...
When he said drive, he meant a van.
Yeah, it's literally 45 minutes of people saying everything from this point onwards was great.
Soon my life sucked, and then
it was
CleeneZe.
So bad. And then I got an opportunity like this to sell mops. All right, let's get out of here.
Car, luxury holidays and financial stability. Or the change of direction you've been waiting for. For hundreds of people, CleeneZe has been the opportunity of a lifetime. So why not contact the person who gave you this tape? Do it now. Why wait? CleeneZe will make your dreams come true.
So they must give a bunch of these tapes to...
The sellers.
New distributors.
So that
And then-
Yvonne on there is the seller of
the what?
On the case, on the actual tape itself, it had a woman's email address, Yvonne something.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's her.
So she might be just a normal distributor. Yeah. So they send you the tape, and then you give the tape to
Somebody else.
a Mark, one of your friends who you think is a Mark.
Whoever you can find that's really gullible enough.
Yeah, and then they get the information through you because you're already a distributor, so you know how to.
You're like the dealer.
What the fuck?
That's so weird.
Reach for the stars with CleeneZe.
Oh no. Roll it out at the end. You've got to find that tune. Gavin Griffiths. Spiral Light. Hit me with it. Oh, I can't plug it
It's
in.
fine, it's fine. That's so funny. That's the actual tune.
It's off it's taken from a thing called Big Beats.
Well, it's like a
it must
like a royalty-free one.
Big up Gavin Griffiths.
Yeah, you find the actual tune. All right, let's see what they're doing on this side of the tape, and then we'll probably clock out. Right?
We're gonna have to.
Thoroughly enjoyed the work. The problem was the company owned me. I mean, I didn't have any quality of
It's the
life
same.
in terms of time
It's
for
the
my
same
family.
on one side.
So whilst the income was pretty good, the lifestyle was really pretty awful.
We've always wanted to have better things.
Oh man, that tape's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if this is your first time listening to this pod, I'm so sorry. But
We didn't explain anything.
so sorry. But also, obviously, usually we jam. We do some sort of music accompaniment.
Yeah,
to
we got
the-
everything set up as well.
Yeah. That's us.
Reverb's massive.
Massive reverb. But yeah, we didn't get to do any musical accompaniment to that because I had drum and bass in the background the whole time. But I think we had fun time listening to that tape.
I did.
I mean, we listened to the entire one side of the tape, which we don't usually do. And yeah, that was pretty funny all the way through. Obviously, everyone involved is a terrible black-hearted demon. But it's funny to observe them, isn't it? Demons dancing.
There's so many. We've got a collection of fucking demonic souls.
It's so terrible that they would trick people into this sort of
Do you
stuff.
think we own the most tapes of this nature? That are just they all start off like, this is really cool. Like, I'm going to teach you how to meditate, and then it's like, sign up,
spend money.
Do you want to hypnotize your friends? Do you want to be psychic? What about stopping smoking? Yeah, sell mops.
We do have a lot
sake.
of tapes of people's dreams and aspirations. But yeah, that's very weird. And obviously, if you're involved in an MLM, exit now if you can.
Do the good thing and just say, this is messed up.
This is trash. Yeah, and that's crazy. They're like preying. The thing that I don't like is they're preying on people who, if they had a little bit of good direction, would be self-employed
alright, yeah.
and probably really like
Yeah.
successful.
They've got the money, or they've got the incentive to try and do it.
Yeah. CleeneZe are like, let's curtail that excitement and aspiration, and instead stop them before they start their business and take that and put it in our business.
It's so crazy, man. I do like the idea of just popping a catalogue through a door, not having to speak to anyone though.
Yeah. Pop a catalogue for. How do they get them back though? Do they?
I guess they just put the orders out. It sounded like they were putting orders out on a step. How have we listened to this whole tape?
Still don't
and
know. I expected on one side it'd be like, okay, here's the nitty gritty and how everything works.
I know more about the financial side of it than actually how the fucking thing works.
I've got a better grasp on the percentage I'm going to take home on my first day than I do on how it works.
Bless them people.
Yeah.
Don't sue us, CleeneZe.
Please. I'm going to continue with calling them CleeneZe so they don't sue us.
I don't ever want to have to sell a mop.
I wasn't referring to CleeneZe. I'm referring to CleeneZe.
It's the illegal underground version. CleeneZe.
CleeneZe.
Well, that was fun. That's going to be a good heavy edit for Joe there.
I would usually put our outro as the outro.
Volume off.
All right.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put the actual track in the background.
If it's royalty free,
yeah,
we can put the track on
the outro.
On Patreon even.
Oh yeah. It's a banger. Maybe I should remix it.
Yeah. That was a good episode. Thanks everyone for listening. Do check out the Patreon. Check us out on our Instagram, battery_operated_. And we'll be back at you soon with more stuff.
New stuff on YouTube soon as well.
Yes.
Keep them peeled.
Our triumphant return to YouTube is coming.
It's happening.
Big love, everyone. See you later.
Something about tapes.